Today's episode is sponsored by Starcox, your business building dream team for business owners who want it all but can't do it all. Whatever is taking time away from your zone of genius in your business, let Starcox handle that. Whether you need branding, social media management, systems and automations, website or landing pages, sales and marketing, content creation, and more. Sherry and Jesse and their team of experts are your one-stop solution to implement the projects that have been keeping you stuck while you focus only on your favorite parts of your business. Get unstuck today and scale your business with the Starcox Dream Team.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Supercharged Manifesting Monday. Okay, we are in the second to last Monday of 2021. How did that happen? I have no idea. And as you can all see, I'm in one of my favorite places in the world, home for me, which is Jamaica. So this is an extra special live this morning. I'm going to wait for you guys to join and say happy, we don't say happy Monday anymore, right? Happy Money Day. As you're joining, if you could go ahead and just write something in the comments so that I can see that you guys are here, give each other some love. Yay! Thanks for the hearts. I love it. Oh my gosh. All right, you guys. So today we're doing your 2022 word of the year. And it's been interesting because I'm sure, good morning. I'm sure that you guys, happy Money Day. There you go, Teal. Hey, Carla. Okay, I'm gonna be hi in everybody. You know, it'll be like 30 minutes just saying hello. But mwah, my love to you all. So I have been posting about the word of the year since earlier last week, and I've been getting so many comments underneath the post as well as personal messages to me, which just reminds me why it's so important for us to go through this process to create our word that will be our North Star for 2022. I have a personal story to share today. It's lots of manifesting in my personal world, and I'm humbled and nervous and excited and all the feels to share it with you guys, who I consider every Monday morning part of my family, right? My extended family. And it's really special to get to share that with you. I see so many friends. Looking at the names, I just want you to know my heart is so full that you guys are here. Some of you already know about today's big reveal because we've been posting that too. So you already know there's going to be lots we're gonna cover and share. My BFF, mwah, Merry Christmas from Jamaica. Wish you were here. And gosh, I think it's like the clock just chimed. There's so much gratitude that I'm feeling in this moment, and you will understand why when I share in a little bit. So I've been looking at some of the comments around the words of the year that people have chosen. And one person said, wow, after last week's live, I actually chose the word overcome. And whatever her reason was for choosing that word, she said, that's so interesting. My intention when I chose the word was that, it would mean all these things. And what I got was a year of lots of circumstances and situations that required me overcoming them. So literally, she called in, by the choice of her word, something that, even though her intention was pure and in the right place, the meaning of the word took on a life of its own and created and manifested things in her life that she may not have truthfully desired. Another person shared that her word was health, thinking, this is the year I'm going to commit to taking care of myself, being more self-loving, doing all the things, to lose weight. She ended up with 17 surgeries in less than 12 months. So you can see, I also posted another one from my personal life where 1 year in 2018, I chose the word align. And then all I got for that year, and part of what I'm going to share with you today is about that year where I chose the word align. What happened was, I didn't give it a meaning. I didn't explain it. I just thought, that sounds really spiritual. Sounds like a good word. Yes, I want to be more aligned. I want to step up in my enlightenment. And I manifested a year of, a year. one of the biggest things was that everything that was not aligned to my highest good got yanked away. And just think of a cord being pulled away from you, like being, just not detached, not just detached, yanked off of you. That's what it felt like with all of the circumstances that happened the year I chose the word align. So what I learned over these years is that there's a little bit more than just going, oh, that word sounds amazing. Sounds like a good word. There's so much more that we need to do, which I want to guide you through the process this morning. 3 steps to choosing your word. And in fact, I want to take it to the next level and say 3 ways. Part of this process is actually allowing you to have the word choose you. Okay. So I see that we have an amazing number. Yes. Merry Christmas to everyone. Merry Christmas from one of my favorite places in the world, Jamaica. I am home for the holidays and my heart is so full. And this morning, especially, my heart's really full. So I want to start off by sharing with you guys step number 1, which is dissect. So step number 1 in the process of choosing your word for the year is to dissect, is to look back over the last 12 months. And especially if you chose a word for this year, I'm going to inspire you to look back at what did that word create in your life? What did it manifest? What are some of the things that, as you look back over the last 12 months, you saw unfold for you? Because that's a lot of information that we're going to take into deciding or allowing the word for 2022 to come to us. I have found that every year when I sit back, and I started this process back in October. I started thinking about the word that I chose. I actually guided you guys last year through a similar process to this. So every year I fine tune it. I learn more, and this year it's going to be similar to last year. But when I looked back at my word for 2021, there's a lot that I saw that worked really well. Hint, hint, worked really well. And there's also some things that was like, this is the way I have the opportunity to fine tune that. As I see so many of you guys, thank you, Curtis. Curtis put number 1 on the screen. Number 1 in the 3-step process is to dissect. And this is not something that you're going to sit here while I'm talking and do. So I'm actually going to give you a worksheet and I'm going to tell you how to get that so that after the call, maybe over the holidays, you take this week really and go through this process for yourself. Hopefully the example that I've shared so far will inspire you to see there's more to just picking a word. We actually have the opportunity to use our power to fill that word with meaning and then allow it to create the things that we want in our lives. There you go. Hey, Robert Jenkins in the house. Good morning. Fran from the UK. Yes, friends everywhere. So I thought I would start off by sharing my word for 2021 and actually describe to you. I'm going to read from my journal entry exactly what I wrote, and you will see the process that I went through in creating this word. All right, hang tight. Hey, can you guys share this, by the way? Share this, tag some friends so that everyone in your world can choose a powerful word for themselves too. I would be very, very grateful if you would do that. So my word for 2021 was love. I chose the word love. And you might remember last year, this time I was in Costa Rica. I did this live. I was there for the whole rest of the year. And I really took that week. I went through and I said this word or that word, and they all were amazing. But I knew what was on my heart to create in my life. And actually, like I said in the email, when I sat and went through this process, the word love chose me. And then I said, okay, here's the word love. What does that mean for me? So I said, I'm going to read my actual journal entry. Dear God, thank you for blessing me with a year, 2021, that allows me to live the full meaning of love, the fullness and joy that comes easily from experiencing love. I'm grateful that I fully embraced and lived the word love this year. Number 1, what does love mean for me? Love for me, a true, deep, sincere love for myself. This is the best. And those of you that are familiar with my journey, and I think for many of us, especially women, loving ourselves, we always want to attract and manifest a loving relationship. And for many of us, and I know certainly for me, I had a massive opportunity to learn to love myself. And so that was the first meaning of the word love for me and what I wanted to manifest. Love of my body. I physically exude love because I genuinely feel it for my body. Again, I'm probably talking to mostly women. I know there are several guys on here, but I know I'm just speaking from my heart to what I know is very common with the feminine. We tend to berate our bodies. And I know I have a long history of weight fluctuation and looking at myself and not seeing my own beauty. And I really wanted to, and I'm not 100% there, but I really wanted this year to get to that place where I could look in the mirror and just love the body that I saw. So that was another way that I define the word love for me. Love so deep for my family and friends, and they enjoy receiving my love. I'm hoping you guys are getting the idea as I'm reading it. I didn't just say, my word of the year is love. Okay, bye, that's it, love, gone, you know. I really define what does that mean and how does it show up and how do I embody it? How do I experience it for this year? Love, powerful love that exudes from me to all the people I am blessed to serve. And all year they tell me that they feel and receive it. Anybody in my world knows, you know, typically we would call you clients. That's not the way I roll. I use the word family, our people, friends, the money family. For me, just me, Tasha, you feeling my love and my care and my desire for your success is something that was very important for me. And so when I chose the word love, I included that definition. And I want you guys, as you're hearing my example, to be thinking about this for yourselves. So I said, what does love mean for me? What does it mean for the people I care about? What does it look like for when I embody this word of the year? How do I experience that in my life? I also said, what will my people, the people I serve, what will it mean for them? And then another really powerful one was humanity. Because I chose this word, how is the world going to be better? And so my explanation of that, or my defining it, was I'm so grateful a love wave envelopes humanity and raises our love vibration. And heaven knows this last year, coming out of 2020, we needed some serious love. We needed to feel love on our planet. And so if just me, if I was the only person last year that had that intention, I know by the butterfly effect that was powerful enough. And and probably the most meaningful word, the most meaningful expression of this word for me last year was love received and fully experienced with the most amazing man. It's a good, healthy, long-lasting love. And I am sure that it has been not much of a secret because as much as I've tried not to make much of it, I am certain that you guys have all seen a big part of the manifestation of that, which I will talk about in a second. But I have the opportunity today, 1 year later, to have you guys actually meet. Sorry, I'm shaking and trying to keep myself calm. Have you guys meet my manifestation of the word love. Ta-da! This right here is my amazing, not only,
Happy Supercharged Manifested Monday, everybody. It's good to see you. My name is Tony, and I've had the wonderful opportunity to bring into my life this magnificent woman that you guys have known for a very long time. And one of the things that I've gone through is I think every decade, I have the person I was has died to give birth to the man that I have grown to be or evolved to the next stage. And Simon Sinek would say that's where you figure out what your why is and you discover who you are. And I think when you do that journey, it's getting to a place where you find peace and calm and you're comfortable with who you are. And as this young lady has shared with you in her last year, she has strived to find that peace and calm and all those things she talked about. I love her body. I love her beauty and I love her spirit that's inside of her and the person who she is. But I think over the last 5 years for me, the journey has been to find peace and calm from the next steps in my life. And it took, unfortunately, an incident where my best friend lost his love of his life, his wife, who died of an aneurysm as he walked out of the room and came back a minute or two later. He had lost her. I had to walk him through his suicidal ideations and issues because of this beautiful woman that he had in his life. And it brought me to the point that I wanted to experience what he had experienced, to find a love that was so powerful that made you whole. And I had the opportunity to, I wouldn't say manifest it for me because I'm still learning, but I had the opportunity to find the woman that I have searched for a very long time. And she makes me extremely happy. She teaches me, she helps me to grow. And she is my foundation and my base. And I thank you guys for allowing me to take a couple minutes to introduce myself, to say hello, and to tell you how lucky I am through her manifestation.
I am still roping him into manifesting. He is going to start talking about manifesting. And I'm sure you guys have all seen on the lives that on my birthday, Tony asked me to be his wife and be a part of his life forever and him be a part of mine. And he is a very wise man. and I said yes. And so I have just wanted to find the right way to share this with you guys. And I think there's so much, this is the best way to show you guys that manifesting works and this process of choosing and creating the life that you want really works. And there's another piece to this that I'm going to talk about in a moment, but I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to share my manifestation with you guys. And so, Tony, are you going to listen to the rest of the live and do your own word of the year?
Yes.
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 We're going to make him manifest, you guys. We're going to turn him into one of us. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Okay. I know. I see all the comments. I am literally going to have to sit down afterwards and read everything that you guys have to say and tell you all the thank yous. And as special as that was to share with you what it's like to manifest something, and you only have to have known me for 2 minutes over the last several years to know how much manifesting a loving relationship has been a strong desire for me. And I am happy and so grateful that I have manifested it. And there's a little bit more to this story. In order for me to have gotten to the point where I could manifest the love of my life, there's something I needed to know about what was happening inside of me that was stopping me from having it for so long. And this story didn't really start last year when I chose the word love. It started 5 years ago when I ended a very traumatic and painful relationship by literally fleeing the country and running to honestly just save my life, save my soul, save my heart. And when I got to my destination and I felt that sense of, oh my God, I just did that. I'm gonna be okay. I'm away from it, you know? I remember standing there and asking God, how could this happen to me? I'm a smart woman. I have all the education you can get. I'm hardworking. I have a sincere and good heart. I'm from a good family. I have all the things that should not have me in a 3-year painful relationship. And yet there I was. And only God could answer that question for me. And the answer was, because you don't believe you deserve much more than this. And at that time, I remember I was in Costa Rica. I remember exactly where I was. I remember saying to myself, deserve? Like, God, what are you talking about? Like, really, ready to take on God? You know, of course, I think I deserve the best. Of course, I think I deserve an amazing relationship. How could that be that that's the thing? But thankfully, I'm wise enough to know not to argue with God. And what I did instead was I made a commitment to understand the word deserving and to embody deservingness. And I made a promise that day in Costa Rica that not only was I going to learn what it meant, but I was going to live it and teach it. And the other thing that's manifesting today, it's crazy how it's all coming full circle, is that I wrote a book on deservingness, and it is out today. I would love for every single one of you watching this live or watching the replay, I would love for you to consider purchasing this book, because for me, what I didn't realize was I wasn't getting the things that I wanted in my life. I was settling for less, and I didn't know that it was because I didn't feel I deserved it. I would have never guessed, never. So I want to invite you all to help me make this book an international bestseller. I want to invite you guys to go ahead, and I'm going to ask the team to put the link in the comments. But if you type the word book, you will get a message from me in Facebook Messenger with the direct link to Amazon. So you can go ahead and get, even the Kindle version, I think is 99 cents. So for 99 cents, you can get the gift of deservingness. In this book is my story and the process that I used to become deserving. Because that's the other thing. Well, okay, Tasha, thanks for letting me know that I might have just some deservingness issues, but how do I become deserving? I captured it all in this book, and I would love for you guys to get it. And if you type the word book, so go ahead, hang on a second, let me get that up. I can't figure that out right now, but oh, here we go. Type the word book in the comments. Check your check your Facebook Messenger for a message from me. And I will also give you the worksheet for creating your word for 2022. So you'll get both. You'll get the link to buy the book. And as my thank you for your support, I'm going to give you, have the team create a worksheet that you can use to follow the process and take this entire week to create your word for 2022. I am so grateful to be able to share these two massive manifestations from my personal life, and that I get to share it with you guys. And I'm here with my family and my guy and like all the things all at once. Just thank you, or I'm gonna cry if I start saying any much more. Thank you. Okay, so step number 2 in choosing your word for the year. So number 1 is to dissect, is to look back at this past year, the word that you did choose, see what happened. Like if you chose a word and the experiences that you had were contrary to what you desired, or, you know, it made it really challenging. Like when I chose the word align, and then all these things happened in my life to make me become aligned, but it was very, very difficult. It was a very challenging year for me. And so I learned from that year that I needed to put a little more in choosing the word. I actually needed number 3 is going to be define. But before we go into defining, I want to help you by sharing this process with you for allowing the word to choose you. So I would say after looking back at 20, like me, I look back at 2021 and I chose the word love and I see all the ways that it manifested. And one of the biggest ways was I had to grow in love. You know, like, yes, I wanted to manifest a loving relationship. And then once I got it, I was like, wait a second, it's not just getting it, right? There was all these other ways that I needed to embody and grow in the word love. And so I saw that the way it came, the lessons it taught me. And now I'm looking at 2022 and I want, as I'm going through this process, to invite you to consider just taking a moment to sit quietly with yourself and asking your higher self, asking God, asking your soul, literally just sitting and being quiet and saying, what next? Ask the blank question, what next? The universe cannot have empty space and not fill it. So I know if you do this, even if you just get a blank sheet of paper and you go, what next? What else is there for me to experience, to expand to embody, so that because we're all here to evolve and grow, right? And especially us in the money family, that's how we roll. We're not going to stay the same for 5 years and then finally a light bulb goes off and we go, oh, I've been the same way for 5 years. Every year, every 12 months, we have a rebirth opportunity. We get to be born again, like it says in the Bible, but we get to decide. You know, that's my mantra. I am the one who decides. So the process is to ask your higher self, what next? What else does your soul want you to experience? And if you ask that question in a quiet space with a blank sheet of paper, I know my name is Tasha, an answer must come to you. And that's the most powerful way to have your word choose you. So I sat down last year and my conscious mind came up with a bunch of words. But when I put myself in a quiet place and said, okay, what's really next for me? What am I meant to have, experience, embody? The word love came to me. So step number 2 is to allow yourself to have your soul decide. Number 1 is dissect. Number 2 is decide, but not you deciding at a conscious level, but your soul deciding for you, God informing you. Does that make sense to you guys? Hang on a second. Let me go back over to comments. Okay, great. I see some of you guys typing word and book and the word worksheet. If you type the word book, just type the word book in the comments like I have on the screen, you're going to get a link that will allow you to purchase my new book, Deservingness, and you will also get the worksheet as a gift from me. So you'll get both just by typing the word book. All right, great. So number 1 is dissect. Number 2 is decide. And here is where a lot of people miss the mark in choosing a word for the year. Step number 3 is you get to define it. What does that word mean to you? So in the past, I would choose the words because they sounded great. Align, allow, all of that. Now I realize, wait a second, I get to decide. I am the one who decides. And literally, I create the meaning. This is what, when I heard that word, this is why it came to me. This is what I'm deciding it will be defined as. So I shared with you how I wrote the definition of the word love. And then I went on to say, and this is how I will experience it personally. This is how I will embody that word. This is how the people that I love and care the most about will experience me living that word. This is how my clients will experience it, those that I serve. So you get to do this by looking at all the areas of your life, not just you, the individual, and you thinking about yourself in choosing the word, but you get to think about how will the people I love, how will the people I serve, here's the big one, humanity. How will humanity be impacted? How can I leave the world a better place because I lived this word? And for me, that has been a game changer. I decided, I described, I defined, and as you can see, it works. It's kind of cool. It works. And I love living in my power. And I love that you guys know you are the ones who decide and you get to embody how powerful you are. I love it. Yay! Oh my gosh, you guys are buying the book. Are you even listening to me? I'm here telling you. Thank you, Carla. Dissect, decide, and define. So how will living 12 months of this word feel to you is one of the questions you get to ask yourself. So you get to sit with that. How will it feel for me to live this word? How will it impact me personally? How will it impact my family, friends, and those that I care about? How will it impact or manifest for those I serve or in my business results? How will the manifestation of this word in your life impact humanity? Another little trick is I used to choose one word for my life, one word for my business. And then the universe was like, that's not quite how it works. You are one person. You're not split into Tasha, personal Tasha, Tasha, business Tasha. You are, right? My business is me. No matter what your product or service is, your business is you. So whatever word you choose for yourself personally, think about how it will impact your business and your business results. And just define the heck out of it. Think about it from every which angle and decide, this is how amazing my life is going to be because I lived this word this year. Okay. I absolutely love you guys. My heart's desire and my intention is that you choose some really powerful words, that you think carefully, you spend the time that it deserves to process, allowing the word to choose you, to come to you, and then for you as the one who decides to define it and go out and live an incredible 2022. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas from Jamaica. Thank you for being part of this special reveal for me. And I love you. And I think Tony wants to say bye. You can just come say bye.
Bye.
All right, you guys. Bye. Have a great rest of the week and a happy Monday.